At this hour, it is Tua time in Miami. The Dolphins naming Tua Tagovailoa their starter, according to multiple reports. The Dolphins have a bye this Sunday, but the rookie out of Alabama got to take the reins a week from Sunday, Week 8, against the Rams. He made his NFL debut in Sunday's win over the Jets, replacing Ryan Fitzpatrick late in the fourth quarter. Did throw a couple of passes and complete them. Of course, the game was already decided at that point. The Dolphins in the playoff race right now at 3-3.
But it's Tua time that we're going to talk about. We got a lot to talk about today on today's show as we get you set for all the waiver wire moves you're going to make for a busy week number 7. Here's what's coming up for the next 60 minutes as we help you with those lineup moves and also answer your questions with our Ask FFT mailbag. We'll recap the Monday night games from last night with the Chiefs and the Bills and the Cardinals and the Cowboys, although the Cowboys didn't really show up, at least from their quarterback with Andy Dalton having a terrible day. All right, let's get right to it with the news of the day. Tua Tagovailoa named the starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. So, guys, this comes as a little bit of a surprise. Dolphins are 3-3. They're right in the thick of the AFC East. They do have a chance to be a playoff contender based on what we've seen. But now they're going with Tua coming off their bye. They're a bye in week number 7. Ryan Fitzpatrick actually is the number 10 fantasy quarterback through the first 6 weeks of the season, and now he's going to be on the bench. So, Keith, I'll give you the first one on this. What do you think about Tua as a fantasy quarterback? Is he somebody that you can rely on? Can he produce similar type of numbers like we've seen from Fitzpatrick?
I think it's possible. I wouldn't want to use the word rely on, and obviously they have the week 7 bye, so it doesn't matter for this week. He is definitely someone I want to roster. He's someone I want to see what happens. Listen, I didn't think Justin Herbert was going to be all that great this year. He has shown us that a rookie can come in and be better than the starter. I wouldn't expect Tua, especially in that first game against the Rams, to be someone that you want to have as your starting quarterback. But I do still think this will be a productive offense, and I do think that he has the possibility against the right matchup to be someone you want to use in a pinch. So he should be added, but not started after his bye.
Right, that week 8 game against the Rams could be problematic. Fitzpatrick, you know, the Harvard guy, probably saying, you know what? I'm smart enough to want to avoid Aaron Donald. Maybe he went to Brian Flores and said, you know what, let's play the kid and let him get chased around by one of the best defensive players in football. Dave, when you look at the receiving options for Miami, and this has helped Ryan Fitzpatrick, you have Devontae Parker, you have Preston Williams, Mike Gesicki, Myles Gaskin out of the backfield. Does anything change for those guys now that there is a change at quarterback?
Not for the receivers or the tight end. I'm a little concerned about what could happen to the running back. Myles Gaskin has been getting a nice target share, and I wonder if that's going to change with Tua, because he's a downfield thrower, and he's got a good, strong arm, a compact release. And the one thing that I noticed, and maybe this is just what happens when you play football in college with Jerry Jeudy, it seemed like Tua locked on to receivers from time to time. His best receivers, kind of like Ryan Fitzpatrick had done in the past, Tua would do the exact same thing. And so I think there's a chance that Tagovailoa could end up falling in love with Parker or Preston Williams and just fire targets off to them week in and week out. But I'm not concerned so much about the arm strength or certainly the accuracy of Tagovailoa. I think he could end up being pretty darn good for the Dolphins.
All right, so you're confident still in Parker, Gesicki, and Williams. I'm a little bit concerned just because I love the gunslinger mentality of Ryan Fitzpatrick and the ability to put the ball in some tight windows. I don't know if Tua, as a rookie, will do some of those same things. And I'm actually not worried about Myles Gaskin, more so because of Chan Gailey. His offense features the running back out of the backfield. I can't imagine there's going to be a big change in regard to that with how Tua will operate, especially if he gets a little bit skittish behind the line of scrimmage in that first game against the Rams, then moving forward. So Gaskin really has no impact for me, but I am a little bit concerned about the wide receivers. I would try to sell high on Devontae Parker now, especially since you don't have to play him in week number 7. He's also dealing with a groin injury. So if somebody's not paying attention, you might be able to get something good in return for Devontae Parker before maybe some of the stats go in a different direction. So the breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ, Tua Tagovailoa, the new starting quarterback for the Dolphins, when they come off their bye in week number 7, they'll be facing the Rams in week 8. So get ready to see Tua time and no more beard for Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.